And it's hard for me to actually stick up for Clark here because I don't like Clark and Taylor as a couple. And it's not Clark's fault, it's Taylor. He sucks ass. What is up, everybody? So I struggle watched episode 2 of Love Island Beyond the Villa season 2. And just to say this again before we get started, I am only watching the show for content because I would not be watching it otherwise. The cast is so damn weak, and I'm gonna also keep it real and say I fast forwarded every Iris and TJ scene in episode 2, which took up a good chunk of the episode. I was not invested in Iris and TJ as a couple when they were actually on the show. How am I supposed to be invested in them as a couple on this show? So for anyone that finds them cute, congratulations. I am not one of those people at all. This episode did not have as much antagonizing as the first episode, so it was really lacking drama until the end, like the last 7 or 8 minutes. We finally got a little bit of drama. They were having a Friendsgiving, and of course, as we established in episode 1, Pepe is being made out to be the big villain, and Bryan is like his sidekick villain, even though I still think that Bryan is more of a villain than Pepe, because I still think that Pepe's cheating on Iris when they weren't a real couple isn't a big deal. Bryan played the game to get with Amaya because he saw that she was popular with America so that he can get some money in the end with Amaya. That's what Bryan did. Bryan played the game. He was a villain at the end of Love Island. Everyone voted for Amaya because the America felt sorry for Amaya. I get all that. But Bryan played, y'all. In this episode, it is Belle-A that is trying to be cool with everyone. She had a sit down with Bryan and Pepe, asked them if they got invited to Friendsgiving. That is when they realized that they were not invited to Friendsgiving and they are the outcasts of this cast. I don't like in reality shows, the housewives seasons I've seen where a cast gangs up on people. It doesn't make for good television because it's just kind of the same thing every week. It was good to see Belle-A reach out to them. I don't have a problem with Belle-A. I see all of these people online, well, not all, but there are people online I have seen that are kind of going after Belle-A for trying to keep the peace and be peacemaker and all of that. But at that same time, I don't see that heat for Jeremiah. Much like on the show, the fandom is not going for Jeremiah, who is bringing nothing to this season except sitting on the fence. That is all Jeremiah has brought to this season so far. And I'm okay with fence sitting. I am a Libra moon, so I get it when it needs to happen. But he is playing it safe and acting like he can be cool with most people. I mean, I don't think he's cool with Pepe, but it's with Bryan. But that's what annoys me because Bryan is the bigger villain between him and Pepe. So Jeremiah can't be cool with Pepe to fit into the group, but he can still be cool with Bryan, and that's okay. But God forbid Belle-A try to be peacemaker. Amaya was upset with that when Belle-A told her and Iris that she had that sit down with Bryan and Pepe. Amaya saying that she wants her friends to be loyal to her, and I get that. But like Belle-A and Amaya they were not even in the game at the same time, were they? Belle-A went so early. I don't even remember when Amaya arrived, but I don't think it was. If she arrived when Belle-A was still in the game, it was at the bitter end. That's another thing with the drama in this episode, though, because the other drama is with Clark and Coco, and like as they established in this episode, Coco was only in the villa for 4 days. So how exactly were Coco and Clark supposed to be these besties that are now fighting? Before I get there, though, the last thing I'll say about the Pepe, Bryan, Iris, Amaya drama is that I feel like Iris is having this beef with Pepe just to prove to TJ that she really wants to be with him. Like, I didn't watch any of their scenes together in this episode because, like I established, I am not invested even an ounce. But TJ made it official with Iris in this episode. And I think maybe she's just trying to respect TJ, and that's why she doesn't want to have these sit-downs with Pepe. And I guess that's okay if TJ actually does feel some kind of way about it if it's not just a storyline for the show. But the Coco and Clark drama is how I know they are reaching to get some kind of drama on this show. With only being in the house for 4 days, and then their beef is that Coco went on a podcast, talked a lot of shit about people. Clark was one of those people. I remember that podcast, and I think Coco was an idiot to do all of the shit talking that she did. For someone that was only in the house for 4 days, she really thought she knew these people and had so much to say about some of them. And to me, she was loud and wrong about most of it. And it's hard for me to actually stick up for Clark here because I don't like Clark and Taylor as a couple. And it's not Clark's fault. It's Taylor. He sucks ass. Established that in my review for episode 1. And I probably will establish it again as the season goes along if I keep watching. I get Clark's point of view more in this little argument at the end of the episode during Friendsgiving where Grayson got Coco and Clark to sit down together, because Coco's going on and on about how Clark was basically love bombing her in the villa like they were besties, which really is a ridiculous claim. That Clark called it out that it's absurd, it's so over the top, it doesn't even make sense. I'm wondering if Coco thought she was going to be able to go on that podcast and talk all this shit, and that was going to make her more popular with the people. But some of the people she chose to talk shit about, it definitely backfired on her. Coco moved so stupid after she got out of the house, because she was actually a popular bombshell despite not lasting long. I saw people online wanting Coco to be in another season, similar to goddamn Rob, who was a bombshell and then got to be on the main cast. People wanted that for Coco because looks wise she does look great, but she moved so stupid getting out of this show that most of the fandom turned on her, and I don't think she's coming out of this second episode looking any better. Her date with Chris was aight, I guess. Like, it wasn't that cute, but it was a little cute, I guess. But Chris is another one to me that just... he's not good TV. Like, I sat here, I talked about him on Love Island Games. He didn't bring it on that show, and he's not bringing it here. But at least he was more respectful to Coco than I've seen him in the past. So there's that. As I said, Jeremiah's not bringing much. He and Andrina are going to have some storyline, like they might recouple on this show. It did seem like on Love Island, before Jeremiah had his shock elimination, that he and Andrina really did kind of have it. I did like their chemistry on the show. I'm still not feeling it here on this show. This show is not making me invested in any of these potential couples. I feel like the problem is most of the drama and the storylines seem so fake and contrived to me. Like, people arguing when they were only in the villa together for 4 days. Like, come on, how am I supposed to take that seriously? I don't take Pepe as a villain seriously, because he's not even acting like a villain on the show. He's just being vilified by the group, and I don't like when her group does that, so I'm on Pepe's side. I'm not as much on Bryan's side, because as I established in episode 1, he's trying to be all hide his bad shit he did when he got out of the house at the club, and he's afraid of confrontation. I don't respect that. So we'll see what comes of Amaya and Bryan having their little meetup. But I can't say that, like, it's going to be super dramatic and good TV. I can't say I'm invested in them getting back together. And so that is the problem that this season is going to have and continue to have, because these were all the rejects. All of the rejects except for Amaya, who won. I mean, Bryan won too, but he played the game to get that win. And there's just not enough investment in the couples on this show, nor do they have a good villain because they couldn't get Ace or Huda. So we're really just scraping the bottom of the barrel with this cast, honestly. And I'm going to keep watching for now because it's content, but it's not a good season. Let's keep it real.